we talked about, it wasn't really my thing to be on the apps like that. And it's because, like, I want to talk to you a little bit. I want to get to know you a little bit. You know what I mean? And niggas get frustrated and they block me.
Why?
Because they want to fuck and they want to fuck now.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Hung Up Live.
We are back.
We're
Another
back.
week.
Yes, we are here.
Yes.
Another week.
I'm Eric Cole, life coach and tennis bae.
And I am Tony Purnell. I'm your favorite Philly psychotherapist, bringing light everywhere I go.
Yes. And we are
your favorite happy hour duo, baby.
Hey, welcome to Hung Up Pod Live. We are back. Clink, 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 clink.
Clank, clank.
Feels good.
Clank.
It's good to see you. How are you, babe?
I am well. I'm just trying to move with the season. I don't know, but fall is trying to take me out.
Why? Why do you say that?
It came like
Fast.
a whirling fucking wind.
It really did.
I we got our hoodies on, so the weather.
Yes, it's chilly out.
Chilly.
And it's windy. It's giving Halloween. Halloween is coming.
Yes.
Did you trick or treat when you was a kid?
I did.
Really?
I did. But
so your parents didn't have no problems with you celebrating Halloween?
We did both because
okay.
They, we started trick or treating. Then they would say, "Oh, you know what? Actually, we're gonna do a Hallelujah night." I don't know. We was like
at the church. Would you stay up all night during Halloween at the church?
A Hallelujah night, not a Halloween
we used
night.
To do that.
Yeah. So if I ever have children, that's a low possibility.
Really?
I don't want no kids. No.
Okay.
But if I ever have kids, I'm gonna take my kids trick or treating.
Yeah.
I want them to experience what I did.
I think it's just fun. Now, I'm not a proponent of celebrating holidays because we know what it's given, for real, right? Yeah. But let kids be kids.
Yes.
And I just remember when I was growing up, just how fun it was. I enjoyed Halloween. I enjoyed Christmas. I enjoyed all of those things.
Me too.
We know people have like religious exemptions, so we respect.
Yes.
Yes.
But, let's celebrate the fall that has been in our culture right now. I like fall, but it came too quick.
It came too quick for you.
It came too quick.
You're going to have to turn that fireplace on in the lighthouse.
It will be on soon. Because the heat ain't on yet, but the air is off. The fireplace is coming.
And look, we making this transition, right? Yeah. Every year we do this into the fall season. I'm like, let me go ahead, like everybody, let me go ahead and put up my windows. Let me open my windows. And this week I was closing them bitches back. I was like,
cold.
It's cold.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Okay. So I'm glad. Otherwise, you all right?
I'm good. It's just been a really heavy week with work. Work has just been really heavy. It just seems like you get more and more and more to do.
Yeah.
But it's only but so many hours in a day.
It is. And so that's why you only can do with the time that you are given. Make the best out of it. Yeah. Tony Tip.
Hashtag Tony Tips.
Hello, hashtag Tony Tips.
Listen.
Do what you can with what you have.
And I've said before, do the best you can, and the best you can, it changes from moment to moment.
Exactly.
Oh, that's somebody's quote, some white man, I think.
Too bad.
Okay.
Anyway, we're going to get into our hung up.
You ready for this hung up, hanging up game?
I got a little something for you.
You got a little something? So you want me to go first is what I'm feeling.
I do. Yeah, pick up.
All right, here we go with number one. Let's see what we got.
Excuse my handwriting.
The paper is just ravaged. Okay.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
Bless. Sherry Shepherd show. Jennifer Hudson show. Well, let me say this. I haven't seen Sherry's show yet, but I did hear she got her show, and I think it is way past due. I think it is about time that she had got her flowers. We love Sherry. Yes. We love Sherry. Jennifer Hudson, I found out about her show this week because I reposted that beautiful song that she sang.
To the old lady. To one of our elders.
Let me tell you something.
Excuse me.
I watched that video about 10 times. I was no good, y'all. I just feel like if you've lost someone, you felt that.
Yeah.
You felt that song. So I'm hung up.
Yeah.
And like, come on, our black women deserve their flowers. Like, come on, I'm hung
I mean,
up.
I love it. I mean, I was with Jennifer since she's been on American Idol. I was following her beforehand, and you don't have to win in order to get winning moments in life.
Tens across the
She's
board.
the second,
Yes.
second EGOT? Like, come on, like Jennifer,
Talented.
girl, you are doing it big.
Been doing it. Yeah.
You've been doing it.
Yeah. Love
and
it.
shout out to you. Shout out and kudos to Jennifer. Kudos and shout out to Sherry.
Sherry, absolutely.
I haven't seen neither one of the shows. I've been seeing clips. So I am going to go back and watch the shows.
Yeah. We're hung up.
Speaking about shows, another hang up. Hocus Pocus 2 just came out. We talking about the fall season.
Original cast members.
Original cast members.
Love it.
Bitch, they look good. Bette Midler, Sarah, y'all look good.
Yeah,
I saw it last night.
You did? You already? I haven't seen it yet, so you can't spoil it for me.
I saw it. It was good.
Was it?
It was good.
I was a little nervous because I saw some previews and I was like, how they gonna do this? Like, this better not come out corny.
No, they wasn't even trying to, emulate the past or anything.
This is a new thing.
It took us back a little bit, then it came back to where we're at.
Forward.
Present day. Yeah.
I like it.
I like those moments when we go back.
I'm hung up.
I'm hung up too. So my Hocus Pocus 2, I am hung up.
Yes, make sure y'all catch that. Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. So I think it's your turn, boo.
All right. Let's go. Okay, Hurricane Ian and all of the destruction. Oh. And so when we talk about these serious moments, I am never one to look down on people who have, had destruction in these moments. We talk about natural disasters. Yeah. Sending prayers and light out to all of the people who have had catastrophic events happen to them in areas where, they're used to that type of stuff. We're talking about Florida. We're talking about California. But Hurricane Ian,
This thing took, just a path of destruction. Yeah. And I'm just really sending a lot of love. And we'll have to put a link in the comments where people can maybe find some resources to donate. Yeah. And help if you choose to.
So I'm hung up on the support. Let's support as best as we can for people who may need it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like I'm grabbing 2.
That's it.
Oh.
That's it, baby.
All right. Niecy Nash news show. All the greatness currently. I'm loving, right, because we talked about Niecy Nash and we gave her flowers last week for Jeffrey Dahmer. Oof. Because she did an amazing job in that movie. She really portrayed the emotion and the frustration that woman was having with the local authorities who just would not listen to her. Yeah. And so many people died over the span of years. It's sad. She played that role. She played it well. And now she's in the cop show.
What is it called, Matt?
Federal Rookies. I'm hung up because, first of all, that's just giving me a little bit of Reno 911. That's when...
Yes, that's where... I thought it was like a updated version of that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's federal. I think
it's much better. I think it's not that comedy spin. Yeah. It's a little bit more serious.
Yeah, I love it.
We are hung up.
I'm hung up
Niecy
on
Nash and her wife and her beautiful family, her daughter, who we saw
she
acting alongside her.
She saw her husband.
What?
Yeah, that's what she said.
So she done coined a new term.
Husband.
All right. Well, there you go. Y'all heard.
She was actually on the Sherry Shepherd show.
Really?
Talking about shows, and she said, "Yes, this is my husband."
That is what's up.
And Sherry said, "Yeah, I got a crush on your husband." And
really?
So, yes. Yeah,
Sherry, come on over to the side.
Sherry,
a lot of y'all
come on over
here anyway.
Come on over, baby.
With that survey that came out months ago, was more people are bisexual than they are willing to admit, men and women.
Men.
Do you have a crush on my husband? That's not even on the paper. I just want to know. That's not even a fair question. Jessica! That's not a fair question.
And women.
Yes, it makes sense though, Mm-hmm. What was I saying in the last episode? It's not always one answer. We are too diverse of a
very
people.
Complex.
We're very complex.
And speaking about complex, we're going to have a complex discussion this evening about something very serious. And I know y'all want topics that are, always fun and light, but sometimes we got to get down to the meat and bones of, our conversations that we're going to be having on this podcast.
Yeah.
This live experience. And so we talk about hookup culture. We talk about cuffing season. I want to still stay on that trend about what we do when we're engaging in sexual activities with people. Do you get caught up in the moment? Do you truly have no strings attached? Or are you becoming attached? That's what this episode is about today. Yeah. Can you truly be NSA? Or are you going to be attached too quickly? And so we're going to talk about this idea of soul ties.
Yeah.
What do you think your, regular definition of a soul tie is? When you think about a soul tie, what do you think that is?
When I think of a soul tie, I think of... It's two parts to it. I feel like it could have been an intimate moment with someone that then brings you deeper into connection with them, an emotional and intimate connection with them.
Yeah.
Or it could be a non-intimate relationship where you have just shared an emotional bond that is so tight that you all just have that bond, that connection. You feel like maybe y'all have only been friends for a few years, but you feel like you've been friends forever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or you share very similar backgrounds or past or unfortunately sometimes trauma. That is something that bonds a lot of people too. So that's what I think of. I think of a soul bond because that the soul is non-physical.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, the soul is non-physical.
And I feel like when we depart this earth, this physical earth, the soul is different. The physical body may not be here, but I think the soul continues, the soul moves on. So I think that definition, that connection to soul is real deep. It's real deep. And that love is unconditional when it's a soul connection.
Well, let me talk about the idea of this soul tie. When we talk about the definition, it says a spiritual, emotional connection you have to someone after being intimate with them. Usually engaging in sexual intercourse. That's what said usually. Engaging. After being intimate with somebody.
Sometimes means sometimes.
Here we go.
Shout out to Whitney.
Sometimes meaning sometimes. And so soul ties is an intense spiritual connection. We got to remember at the end of the day that we are spiritual beings having human connections.
That part.
People always think it's the other way around. Oh, I'm a human being having a spiritual connection. No, you're a spiritual being already.
Absolutely. That's soul. Absolutely.
Human connections.
Yeah.
That's at least how I view it.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah.
And so when we get into this topic, the exchange of energies. When you're having sex with somebody and we have that soul tie connection, the whole purpose of this conversation, I was talking to one of my homies the other day, talking about, can you really have sex with no strings attached? Or do you become attached? I was saying my truth. I'm going to say it right here on camera. I can't continue to have sex with somebody and not catch feelings. I'm going to tell you right now, the way I function, I'm very affectionate. I can become clingy. I can become, attached a little too quickly. I'm talking about my personal journey. And that's why I thought this conversation was needed for today. A lot of people I know, my friends, they can bust it down, break it down, slob it down, and be fine with that.
Yeah, some people. And I wonder how much truth there is to that story.
Come on.
But I definitely believe that there are some people out there that can do the no strings attached fuck. And, they can separate feelings from emotions, and or if they start to feel that emotion creeping in, they put up those boundaries. They know how to address that situation because they know what they're looking for in that moment. You know what I mean?
Even if it is, we go back to hookup culture. Even if it is somebody that you become familiar with. And I'm not talking about a one-time thing. You've had sex with somebody one time, and then you invite them over another time. I was talking to my roommate. I'm like, listen, I can't invite X, Y, and Z over right now. He was like, why? I was like, because I don't want to become too attached. I said, it's a me thing. I said, and he got good.
Go ahead.
It's good. Listen, it's good.
He throwing that.
I'm not going to put my business out there. I'm just saying it's good.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get I know me. Like, I know I can be
I feel like
pussy
especially-
whip, dick whip, ass whip.
Especially when
Listen,
it's good. Come on.
When it's good. You know you got some good booty. You know you got some good dick.
How does
Like,
the soul not connect when it's like passionate and just like.
how does it not? That's the argument. How does it not?
Yeah.
We're talking about the exchange of energy. Energy cannot be destroyed.
Yeah, it can only be
Exchange.
exchanged. So it goes back to,
Transferred, it only can be transferred or exchanged.
So I'm wondering how the people, I think there's some people out there that can do the no strings attached. Going back to what you were saying, for me, speaking for me, I don't have sex with people unless there's some type of attraction, some type of emotional connection to that person.
Come on. Go ahead.
So
Stay
that
right
has
there.
to be there from the very beginning. And again, that's just for me. And when we did the hookup culture episode, we talked about, it wasn't really my thing to be on the apps like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because, like, I want to talk to you a little bit. I want to get to know you a little bit. You know what I mean? And niggas get frustrated and they block me.
Why?
Because they want to fuck and they want to fuck now.
And so you're not really
And
one that does that.
I'm not really with it. And it's not to say that I'm not with it, or I wouldn't want to.
Okay.
But I want to get to know it. I think what it is like, we need to communicate a little bit, and it's going to be something in that communication that's going to, turn me the fuck on. And now I want you.
And that's what I'm saying about this aura. The
aura, the energy.
That energy, that aura, that presence. When you literally fucking with somebody, like, their aura is left behind.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't understand. I don't care. I'm an energy person. Yeah. I'm a person that works with energy. I'm a person that works with light. Everything that you entertain, sometimes people leave behind.
Yeah.
Whether you realize it or not.
Energy, the smells.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The pheromone. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
We talked about natural pheromones and why during this time they're so potent. During cuffing season, they're so potent. Because actually, it's a trend. It's a pattern that people naturally go into. We're naturally people who want to be around other people.
Yes.
And for you to not have that human connection, to just write people off, I'm on the other side. I personally cannot do it.
Yeah.
Your aura is left behind. When people, let's go there. When you let people nut in you, you literally have somebody's essence behind. When you engage in stuff, when you had, I don't got to get too rated R, but you know what you do out there.
Well, what about the sex workers? Like, they do this for a job. You know what I mean? And they're having sex with multiple people. Obviously, we don't have a representation on this show. Maybe someone out there wants to call in or write in or be a guest on the show. But I'm just curious, how do you, and some of the porn stars, particularly some that I follow, they're in relationships. So I'm curious how that works. You know what I mean?
I would love to have somebody's point of view on that, right?
Because I think that's important. Yeah.
And we're not knocking sex work. Hey, power to you. And we are actually advocating for sex workers.
Absolutely, because I be watching.
Yeah. You got a couple subscriptions?
Right.
You got a couple subscriptions?
I have like one OnlyFans subscription right now.
I got a couple.
One of the gods.
Oh, wait. Our producer, you got 5? Was that 5? Ooh,
wait, okay, so one of our producers got 5 subscriptions.
5 subscriptions.
Listen, this is a king who is investing in the community.
Come on with the investment.
I support black business.
How many are you following, Matt?
One, but I'm curious to know who your one is.
It's one of the gods. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh, one of the God guys.
Yeah, he be sucking
The
everybody
fat
off
one?
real
The
good.
big fat one? Or?
Not him.
Oh, okay.
I follow him on Twitter, though.
Oh, okay.
My freak Twitter.
All right. I actually have a question for the, the producers. Producers, do you catch feelings after casual sex? Matt and Marquise. Do y'all catch feelings after casual sex?
Yeah, that's fine. No, I do not catch feelings after casual sex. I'm somebody who can actually compartmentalize both things. So, like, if I have that conversation with you, then we can go into that. But if it's a hookup, baby,
It's a hookup.
Here, we know what this thing is, but I'm very explicit in my communication in terms of what this is. However, what I noticed with the trend was the way that I have sex. Sometimes, a lot of the time,
Yeah.
you would think it's something.
Ooh. Oh,
Doing
hold
the
on.
most.
Hold on.
Doing the most.
Hold on.
That I said
Nasty bitch.
verbally, I The way that I have sex
Yes.
versus what I verbally communicate, there could be space for more, but I'm also not like a jerk when it's also like, hey, you need water, you need this, and get home safe.
Keys is fucking down.
Exactly. No.
After. So sometimes it might mess up for some people because they're just like, oh wait,
No.
you like, no, that's me being polite.
That's you being polite. That's
And
you
people
showing
take
natural
signals
pleasantries.
differently. Like, if you send me the "I hope you get home safe" after you done, slayed me down, I'm gonna be like,
But that's natural pleasantries.
some people though,
That's
right?
natural courtesy.
So I like that
love
perspective.
Like
Absolutely.
I want, I want a top to say, okay, you want a glass of water? Do you want this? Do you want that?
You said a
And
top.
So, yeah, sometimes they be about their business. Like, okay, boom, bam,
after.
wham, snap, crackle,
Afterwards,
pop.
like I'm a little dehydrated, bro.
Like,
Can I
damn.
get a bottle of water?
If I got the fucking washcloth and soap and the rag ready for you, like this ain't all about a snap, crackle, pop. This ain't no dang go resident. Like, come on. Damn, can you buy me a sandwich afterward or something like that?
Some people with the snack crackle pop.
You gotta consider. You gotta consider your.
I love the
bottoms.
perspective. Yes, please consider your bottoms.
But what about this? After feelings develop, do you continue the relationship or do you end it? After feelings develop, do you continue the relationship or do you end it?
If you want to.
To the last question, I actually don't do casual hookup. Like I don't do hookups personally. Like I can't have sex with you if I'm not emotionally
Right.
attached.
Feeling you on some type of level.
It's some level I have to feel you.
Yeah.
But we're talking about that connection. I'm continually having sex with somebody I had sex with one time. Oh, this was good. I'm invite them over. I'm like, oh, okay, come over again. And then that's when it turns to the danger zone. I'm not talking about casual hookups. I'm talking about people what may have started as a casual hookup.
But y'all keep having sex.
You keep having sex.
So wait, that's a good question. Is it still a casual hookup after multiple sexual interactions?
You got 2 to 3 times. 3 times somebody bound to catch feelings.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Ooh, he says about 3 times somebody bound to catch feelings.
That's what I wanted to ask you was like when I understand that you can compartmentalize. If you're having sex with this person over and over multiple times, have you ever experienced like, ooh, it's starting to get a little like,
That's when you have to have that conversation again. Though.
okay.
So you have your initial conversation of like, all right, we know what this is. However,
Exactly.
You also have to be mindful, like sex is still a very intimate and vulnerable thing. So you may communicate one thing because you want to get that
Yes.
at the time. However, a lot of times we're treating everything like a first date. You want to just say all the right things to get what
Yes.
you want, rather than in reality, this is actually what I feel, and this is actually how I receive sex.
That part right there.
This is
more
what I
times than
feel.
not, we're saying what the other person wants to hear, so we can find that joy and pleasure that
Ooh,
in that
stay right
moment.
there, stay
In
right
that moment. That's
there.
very true. That's very true.
We're not being honest. It's about having honest communication and also setting your boundaries from the jump.
From the jump.
Before, during, and after an agreement.
And they can change.
And
that's
changes.
okay.
It's all right.
Just
I love it.
communicate
Come
that.
on.
Just
Hang yourself
communicate
up
that.
here. And it's okay if that
It is
agreement
okay.
changes.
Yeah.
But where's the conversation before? Where's the conversation during? And where's the conversation
Yes.
afterwards?
Yes. Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Do you know there's this misconception also that men cannot emotionally connect. And so we're talking about this idea, and I'm coming from a clinical perspective. We're talking about this idea of I'm becoming attached to you. We're talking about the emotionality of it.
Yeah.
And so there's this misconception that men are just not emotional.
Yeah.
And cannot go there. We cannot connect emotionally. What is that about? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I disagree. Generally, it's just like, I know so many men who can, you know what I mean? But also, I do know that it's a struggle because men are reared in society, little boys are reared in society to not express emotion, not to cry, not to complain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To kind of be like this, like, hard, cold, like
Exactly.
emotionless
Exactly.
creature. And then you grow up, you become an adult, and you get in these relationships, and people start looking for all the things that you weren't taught.
Ooh, listen.
And it's frustrating.
I'm gonna reel this thing home. I was talking to a friend about that's the whole point of this conversation.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend. He was like, when I have sex with people, it's because I have sex out of pain.
Ooh.
He said, I want to feel that
Wow.
connection. I want to feel that
Yearning for
emotional
that.
aspect.
Yes.
And so when I do have hookups,
That's
when
a
I do
natural-
have,
yeah. Mhm.
you know, the things that might put me at risk or whatever, I am yearning for something. I'm having sex because
I think a lot of people are.
moment.
Yes.
To feel needed, to feel wanted.
If only for a moment. We said that.
If only for a
we said
moment.
that. We said that. If only for a moment. Absolutely.
Listen, we
Lord.
want, be honest, be open, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I love when my friend said that. I was like, oh, bitch, I'm about to talk about that on the motherfucking next show.
And did.
Indeed. And we are. And we are. And my phone died, so I need to look at your notes.
Okay, go ahead.
Do we allow ourselves to become open, or do we ignore the signs? Do we allow it to become so progressive that it becomes toxic? Oh, I know where this is going. I know how I feel, but you
Yeah.
don't say shit. Now it's toxic. If you know you're prone to connect with people and catch feelings, but you brush them to a side, that's a problem.
Let's talk about real quick the root of that. I think a lot of trauma and a lot of heartbreak is what a lot of, and we're talking about our black gay men right now, right? Or anybody, right? But speaking about our community specifically, a lot of people walking around with broken hearts and trauma. And I think that's another hindrance for a lot of people to be vulnerable, to want to invest emotionally in someone else when they like, oh, I've done that before and look what happened. Let me go ahead and just get this nut. So this person can be out, I can be done, I got what I wanted, they got what they wanted, possibly.
Yeah.
And it's done and it's over with. And I don't have to, there's no more exchange. Or so you think, right? And that's what the conversation is about today.
It's about being honest. It's about being open. It's about being vulnerable. I put my shit out there. I know you can't continue to fuck me and fuck me good, and I'm not gonna have myself to become.
Come on, you can't fuck me and fuck me good?
Fuck me
And expect
what
me not
Frank
to-
Ocean said,
not to act the
me
fuck
good,
up?
Fuck me numb, fuck me long. Listen, that's what Frank Ocean said. I can't expect you to do that and me not naturally catch feelings.
Come
I know
on.
me. I'm a very emotional person.
You
a person
are,
who
and I love
has
that about you.
affection.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I tell my friends, I love you. I hug on my friends all the time. I kiss you, I hug you. That's just me.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be any different in the bedroom. I don't know if that's a plus or negative or not, but as we wrap up this conversation, the bottom line is, how do we set our boundaries? Can you truly have sex with no strings attached? Or are you one to get attached?
Yeah. I think two things can exist.
Okay.
I think people can absolutely have sex with no strings attached, and I think a big part of that is knowing what you want, communicating, and understanding your boundaries on both sides.
Yes.
Okay, or on all three sides, or four sides, depending on what you want.
Excuse me.
Okay.
All right.
Am I lying?
No, you ain't. You're not. I like it.
But I think it's also very real for a lot of us to walk into these situations wanting that spark, that moment, and thinking that it's going to end there, and it doesn't.
It don't.
And it's about being honest with yourself, like you said,
Yep.
and being honest with that other person, and see where it goes.
Lean into your feelings.
Lean into your
what
feelings.
you're feeling. As a therapist, I'm always telling people, how do you feel?
Yeah.
How do you think? My thoughts, my feelings, my behaviors are all connected. How I think correlates to how I feel correlates to how I behave.
Yeah.
Lean into it.
Lean.
And so that
Lean
is,
with it, rock with it.
that is another episode.
What? Really? That was great. Man, time flies when you're having fun, y'all.
All right. Any points you want to end off on that?
No, this was good. And I'm curious to hear what the listeners and the watchers feel about this episode. So please dial in with the Hung Up Podcast.
Yes.
Send your thoughts, your feedback, your feelings for this episode at hunguppod@gmail.com.
Until then, world peace.
Yes. Next week, y'all. Peace.
I am hung up on niggas, okay? It's cuffing season, but it's playing season. Stop playing in my motherfucking face. I don't got time, bitch. Hung up.